Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to do some gun cleaning. Haven't cleaned my guns in a while, so thought I'd make a short video about it. Help out some people who might have just got their first gun and they need to know how to clean it. Obviously consult your individual gun manual to as far as taking the gun apart. Some of the parts you need to clean might be different. They might have some different steps in there they want you to take. Every gun's a little bit different, but I think they're pretty much all the same. Today I'm cleaning my CZ75B in 40 Smith & Wesson. Some things you're going to need to start are some paper towels, just to keep your area clean, wipe your gun down, a nylon brush for scrubbing, and a bore brush to clean your bore out. Obviously select the size of whatever caliber gun you have for your bore brush. And I'm using Rem oil as my cleaner and lubricant today. I know everybody has a different opinion about what lubricant is best. Whatever. I use this. You can use whatever you want. That's recommended for cleaning guns. So to get started, obviously make sure that the gun is unloaded and safe to take apart. So you'll notice there's no magazine in the magazine well right here. I'm going to check the chamber. Chamber's clear. Bracket, just to be sure. I mean, it might seem ridiculous if you can see it, but whatever. So like I said, consult your manual for this. But on the CZ75 there's two lines right here. You line them up, punch this pin out on the back side. You might have to use, if your gun's new, you might have to use something hard to push on it with. Mine's not brand new, so I can just pop it out with my thumb. So you're going to pull that out and just slide it off, and you'll take it apart. Take your barrel out, you slide, guide rod and spring, and your frame. And so basically what I do is I just go ahead and I start with the frame. This is just a basic field strip cleaning. You can get more detailed if you want. Take the hand grips off. Obviously I wouldn't take the gun apart too much, just for the sake of all the stuff that's in there. I'm just doing a basic cleaning today. I'm not going to get real detailed or anything. So I just take my Rem oil and I'll spray a little bit on this frame. You don't need that much. And I take my brush, scrub it. See if you can get in these mechanisms as much as possible. Since you're not going to be able to take it apart. Scrub inside the frame rails on this one, since the frame rails are inverse. Not real crazy. And then take a paper towel and wipe it out as best as you can. You'll see all the gunpowder and all the stuff coming off. You just want to get all that stuff off. Don't get real crazy, but just touch everything you can get to. The internals aren't that big of a deal, I don't think. Some people probably will disagree with me on that, but whatever. I'm just keeping it pretty basic today. I don't think anybody gets real crazy cleaning their gun. I mean, I know there might be some guys who completely disassemble their guns and clean every spring and every whatever. I don't have that much time, and I don't think it's that necessary. Another idea, you can get some Q-tips and get down in these places that are hard to reach with your fingers. But you'll see this. This is pretty dirty, the paper towel and stuff. So I don't remember the last time I cleaned this was a little while ago. I didn't shoot it that much, but I always like to keep my guns ready, and just in case. So I'm going to call that pretty good for the frame. I want to get down here one more time. Just everything you can touch, basically. Wipe down the outside. When I'm done, I'll probably spray down the outside with the Rem oil and all that. Wipe down your spring real fast. It doesn't really get too dirty. Your guide rod. Most of this stuff is just dirty from the the muzzle blast. Put the powder going out the barrel. Same deal on the slide. just spray it a little bit, scrub it, and wipe it down with your paper towel. Try to knock some of that dirt loose. This is another place that I normally use some Q-tips, because to get down in these lugs real good, it's kind of hard to do with a paper towel. And then to get, the chamber pretty clean, you might need the Q-tips or something like that. But it's coming pretty clean. I don't think it was that dirty. I think I only shot like 100 rounds through it last night. So once that's all nice and shiny, you can move on. Alright, just wipe this down real quick. This is your takedown pin. And then you got to move on to the barrel. Obviously the dirtiest part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some of this rim oil down the barrel and kind of let that soak a minute while I clean the outside. Sorry for the lighting if you can't see. Just doing what I got in my basement here. Clean out these locking lugs real good. Some crap gets in there sometimes, these locking lugs. On your gun it might be different. This has a 1911 style type locking system, breech locked. I think most guns are breech locked, but not with the two lug system. They just lock on the barrel or on the cover right here itself. So just get all your crap out from around your barrel here. Clean your feed ramp real good. Alright, now that that's done, go ahead and run this bore brush. I kind of twist it as I go. I guess it's best to go from the breech to the muzzle with any gun. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal with a pistol, but I'm sure there's people that'll freak out, be like, "What are you doing?" I don't know. I've had about 5,000 rounds to this gun, and it's still insanely accurate, so I'm not really worried about it. So now what I do is I just take a piece of paper towel, ball it up about the size of the bore, and I'll shove it down in there with the other side of the cleaning rod. So I just make it fit in there pretty tight, and then just shove it down. Do that a couple times until your paper comes out pretty clean. Get all the crap out of there. Also, during this time I inspect my barrel as best I can, because I have found, actually with this gun, I had a crack in a different barrel. CZ put a new barrel in this for me after I discovered a crack in it. So, while it's clean, you definitely want to make sure that you don't have any cracks in your barrel, because that could be pretty disastrous, especially with a 40. It's a pretty high pressure round, and I don't think there's anything that can come, good that can come with that. So I'll do this probably one more time. I think it's pretty clean. And then check your barrel out. Obviously, like I said, hold it up to some light, maybe not a light bulb, because that'll blind you. But just look in it and make sure there's no cracks. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. If I show you, let me see if I can. There you go. I know that you can't really see anything but light, but that's a clean barrel. Alright, so now that we've cleaned pretty much the whole gun, we can go ahead and put it back together. When you're putting these back together, just spray them down with a little bit of this rem oil to keep everything happy and rust free while it's in storage or in the safe, whatever. Spray your barrel a little bit. Spray the inside of your frame, and then slide it all back together. Some people use a lot of different things for lubricants, and I do as well, and it depends on the gun that I'm using. For this gun, it likes to be very wet with the oil. So what I've done is I've actually gone to some extreme pressure multi-duty high temp grease, and I use that for inside the frame rails, because this gun just likes to have a lot of lubrication. I don't know, some guns it seems like you can run them dry. Definitely not the case here. So I'll just take a little bit of this grease and run it in these frame rails and underneath here. I found this is the best solution that I found, and you don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. Put it up in these frame rails and along the sides, and then we slide it back together. You'll see some buildup come as you slide it back. You're going to have to obviously wipe that down. So now you see there's some oil in there. Go ahead and cycle it a few times. Work that grease in there really good, and then just wipe it down. No big deal. Like I said, I know some people use that grease. I also use it on my car PM9 for the frame rails. I don't use it on my Glock. It doesn't really care. But this one seems to care. So that's just what I found. I know some people like Slip 2000. I've never used that before. I have used the hops, but that's about it. Make sure it all works. I mean, as much as you can. Just cycle it. Make sure the hammer falls. And if you can shoot it, probably wouldn't shoot it since you just cleaned it. I'm sure it works. So, but that's a little bit of basic, basic gun cleaning for you. Thanks for watching.